Hi, my name is Joshua Stosik. I'm going to be your shirtless chef today, as you can tell. This is my third meal for the day. What I like to do is space my meals out by about 5 hours at a time. I feel that gives a chance for the stomach to empty and actually feel the feeling of being hungry again. So, my philosophy is only eat when you're truly hungry, and when you do eat, still be a little hungry at the end. What I do is I choose foods that are nutritionally dense. So my body's going to get full based on the fiber, nutrients, and minerals included in the food, but it's not going to be stuffed based on that caloric density of the food. So today I'm going to show you the way that I cook, which is just with pure vegetables. Tomatoes, lettuce, onion, carrots, and some corn tortillas. It's really easy when you just go to the farmer's market, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and just pick out of the surrounding aisles in the market. A lot of people just go down straight, they get the stuff that's just prepackaged, made, tons of preservatives, tons of processed chemicals. So I'm gonna break it down very simply tonight by just putting good food in your body. But today I'm gonna just basically explain the way I make my 10-minute tacos. So we start with, after chopping up the vegetables, getting everything prepped, heating up the beans, heating up the corn. What I'm gonna do now is just basically put the beans into a pan, corn's already cooking, and then I'm gonna start to preheat the pan for the corn tortillas. And I leave this cooking for about 2 minutes just on medium heat just to get it kind of prepped for that corn tortilla. Put a little bit of olive oil on there. Butter's fine as well. I find that saturated fats work really good for lubrication. Not that kind. And then I just continue making these little different, vegetables, kind of preparing them for the tacos. Now it's avocados. I'm gonna chop these guys up. Thinking about my next move, which is getting the corn tortillas ready for the big pan. And a lot of the times I just use the corn tortillas, I throw them on the oven. I don't really think about making them with the oil or with the pan or anything. I just throw them on there. But today I'm gonna kind of make it a little special, just because, I want you guys to feel nice and good inside. And also make sure you don't put the heat on too high, because this should all be kind of prepared exactly right. What I found is if I can prepare things slower and cook them gradually, much better tasting, because then it has the time for the food to kind of sit, marinate a little bit, and get all those juices, all those flavors kind of instilled into the food instead of just warming it up real quick. Definitely don't throw it in the microwave. Microwave's #1 as far as just kind of cutting that taste right down to just nothing. I'm only gonna make a couple tacos tonight, but normally I try to do about 4 to 6 tortillas, and that's gonna give me enough caloric density to just kind of go through the rest of my day for those next 5 hours until dinner time. So while I'm waiting for the stuff to cook, I actually like to stretch out a little bit and just feel like I'm doing something positive in the world. During my time in the military, we only ate 3 meals a day, and I couldn't believe it. A lot of the times we would go hungry for hours and hours, and I thought, there's got to be something wrong here. My body is deprived. It's feeling like I need to put food in. And coming out of the Army, and I started doing some research about how the human body works, I understood the concept of fasting. Not fasting from a prolonged period of time, but fasting just kind of short term. When you get a little bit of hunger going, your body actually starts to release these different substances, these different hormones, kind of counteract that balance of catabolism. So part of the process of us surviving as humans is being a little hungry and trying to compensate for that. So it's really essential that we go through the day not completely satisfied. We need to be a little bit hungry in order to kind of just take advantage of that full effect of the food we put in our body. And these tortillas are crispy. So I tell the crisp tacos are ready by just a little bit of brown on the underside. Then I just try to get all the other stuff diluted so it's not completely submerged in liquid. So what I like to do is kind of drain the corn, drain the beans, and make sure that the tomatoes aren't going to drip all over my tacos, because that's the worst thing, is to have a wet taco. So I'm doing black beans, and I'm just doing regular kernel corn. So I've just heated the corn, I've just heated the beans over the stove. I get them to about 5 minutes of just a medium temperature, not really too much, just so they don't get too burnt, because the last thing you want to do is burn good food. And then I mix them together. I put them in the strainer, I mix them together, and I just do a little dash. You don't really have to use. What I've found out is the little amounts are actually the better amounts. People just put too much on just like one little taco. So I like to actually use more tortilla and less of the good stuff. So the good stuff lasts a little longer. And then the tortillas, because I'm just so carb crazy right now, the tortillas are actually gonna be my main food source. So I do about 4 to 6 tortillas per meal. Right now I'm just gonna do 2 just for presentation and share one with you obviously. And use a lot more vegetables than normal because these vegetables need to go. Vegetables usually only stay good for about 1-2 days max. So you never really wanna let them just sit in the fridge because they lose a lot of their nutrient value. So as you can tell, I'm doing it in kind of an order. I do the lettuce on the bottom, tomatoes in the middle, throw little carrots on top, and then I like to put the onions, the avocado right above those. And I found by doing that, it kind of gives you a little flavor explosion when you put the taco in your mouth. So after I get the tomatoes, the carrots, the onions, and the avocado on top, I like to put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So I put a little pepper, a little salt, and sometimes cayenne. Right now I'm feeling a little spicy. And that's pretty basic. I mean, if you can tell, as you can tell, it's really simple stuff. I mean, it's tacos, natural ingredients, and a lot of love. A lot of love on these things. So I made 2 tacos. One for me, I get the Big Daddy taco, and one for you. So please enjoy, and I know I will. This was a malfunctioning tortilla. Avocado is good for the skin. This is a mess. Outstanding. This is Shirtless Chef, and I will see you for breakfast.